about being single and not having families, and the other end we're talking about building families. I'm not making the connection.
In other words, if I was saying, I think it's important that we build families, a strong family, mom, dad, kids, build a strong family. Okay. And then on the one hand, then we start talking about, well, a lot of women are single and what have you. Then you get angry people who, I'm single and I want to be single and I want to stay single and don't you dare talk about me being single. And it's like, it's one or the other. I understand marriage is not for everybody. I've been married now for almost 12 years. My parents have been married for 4 decades going on 5, and their parents are married and so on and so on. So to me, that's what's normalized. So it never occurred to me, at least not over an extended period of time, that I wouldn't do the same thing. And some people don't have that experience. So to them, marriage doesn't seem like something that's automatic or necessary or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of questioning, because this is a conversation that goes on a lot.
Actually,
how can we build our families if on one hand we say we don't want to build them and then we say we do want to build them? Does that make sense now?
Yes.
In a sense, yeah.
People are going to naturally be defensive, right? Because society has made it seem if you get to a certain age and you're unmarried, don't have children, something is wrong with you.
Right.
Right? So their attacking or their lashing or their protection of their feelings is really not a lash out at you and I. It's about, I'm fighting back society saying that something is wrong with me. That's the message that they get, right? Then on the other hand, we're saying, how can we get them married? Because you and I, we're interested in building the Black community, and we know it starts with the home. That unit has to be intact. No unit is perfect, but a unit intact is much better than a unit that's not intact, because there's so many other stressors they have to deal with, right?
Right.
So if we want to build our Black people so that they can build their units and their families, and we can grow in a healthy manner as a community as a whole, you also have to consider external factors. And I know people don't really like me to always talk about it, but I'm going to say it. I won't go too deep on it, but I'm going to say it. There's a system of racism, white supremacy. And
you just say it with me.
It's out there on Black men. As a mother of Black boys, the stuff that my son goes through in school, my daughter never had to experience it. And I got to be on the system like white on rice. So this is what's happening to my 12-year-old, because I'm on it, If this is what's happening to my 12-year-old, what is happening to a Black man who is trying to get employment, who's educated? He may not have an MBA, but he has a bachelor's, but yet you're still railroading him. And then society tells the sister, your man got to at least make more than you, right? Don't marry down, you better marry up. We all get those messages, right? But if we're on our track to getting masters and PhDs, doctorates, and homeboys with associates, we start to, in our head, look down on our Black man, right? So it's really about changing that narrative that we have adopted, which is a form of racism, white supremacy, right? We don't know how much we're affected by it. We really don't know.
Right.
But if we want to build our Black families, Nomalanga, I think that we have to first start changing that narrative, right? We have to start getting that out there, because it's not all about necessary. I'm saying money is important. I'm not going to say that money isn't important. I'll be a liar to you if I said that money wasn't important. But what is important is someone you can build with.
Yes.
I have a doctorate. I'm about to finish my doctorate degree. My husband only has a bachelor's. My husband makes more money, way more money for now, than I do. He owns his own business, right? He's a tax expert. He invests in things. He's a risk taker. If I'm like, babe, let's buy property. Let's go get some commercial property. We'll stack our ones and go buy it.
Right.
He's less educated than I am. If I fed into that narrative that I married up and not down, he would have never been my spouse.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. This is a conversation that I have a lot. And one of the things that I've said as well, which just kind of piggybacks on what you're saying, is a person's value can't just be about I have this degree and you have this degree and mine is higher than yours, so that means you're not as valuable as I am.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's integrity, there's character, there's spirituality, there's loving your kids, loving your wife, loving family, strong values, there's background. There's so many things that make up a good man that it would be so unfair, not only to him, but to yourself as a woman, to only look at one thing.
But that's what I'm seeing. That's what women are doing. They're coming in, they say, well, I mean, he's nice and everything. He took me out. He paid for the stuff. But, you know, he's a janitor.
Right.
And I really do hear this. And then I have to work with them. I have to work through that message because I have to get to the root of where that's coming from.
Right.
If he's paying his bills, he lives on his own. He may not have a Benz or a BMW, but he has a vehicle. He takes care of himself. He pays for you every time you go out. When you get in a situation, he provides for you, but he's a janitor. I mean, what's the problem?
Right. What's the real
Where's the disconnect? Who are you looking to please, or what kind of self-hatred is happening here?
Right. And that's a really good question to ask because, you know, you brought up white supremacy. I sometimes feel like I talk about it too much, but it's hard not to because it's the reality.
It's the reality.
And it's a system. It's a system that's always working, always working, always working. And unless you're aware of it, you become a victim to it. So one of the things that I was going to say was when you were talking about somebody being a janitor, it doesn't even have to be a janitor. But
yeah, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be a janitor. But whatever it is that you're looking at, we do have to look at also media. The fact that media throws out a lot of images that are negative about all of us, but more so, the Black man is somebody who can't be trusted, can't be relied on. He's dangerous, he's intimidating, and all these other things. And the media bombards us with these messages, and
we believe it.
Right, and it's hard. It's hard to listen to somebody say it, and you know that it's just a reality that isn't actually their reality is based on media perceptions rather than something that's actually true. And it's really sad to see. So I'm glad you brought that up because I'm always talking about that.
I think that also contributes into our women being single and unmarried, right? Mm-hmm. Because I had one client who said, what was her statement? He would be all right if he just dressed like a man. I said, well, how does he dress? And she was like, you know, he wears caps. And I said, okay, but is he holding down the fort? You know what I mean? But she didn't like the fact that for them to be in their late 40s, almost 50s, and he was dressing with jeans and, you know, casual dress, a fitted. It wasn't meeting up with what she believes a man should be, what her internal working model of a man is. And because of that, she wouldn't give him an opportunity.
Right.
Now, when I tell you, when I kept working with her and she went on more dates and started to ask the questions I would give her to ask him, we discovered that he owned property. He has a lot of property. So he doesn't work for anybody. That's why he was able to take her out. He's not a drug dealer. He has property over property over property, and he's free to dress however the hell he wants to dress.
I was about to say, so he doesn't have to be in a stuffy suit all day, right?
Exactly. And I'm like, now you interested in him? What's growing on me? Oh, because his dollars are growing on you. Oh, okay. So I didn't say that to her, but that was in the back of my mind, like, come on now. And this is what we are doing. We're not asking the right questions. We're not getting to the depth of who that man is. We are doing what many of them, the other does, when they see us and they clench their bags or they lock their car doors. That's exactly what we're doing. And we're not even aware psychologically that it's happening because that's what whitewashing looks like. We're hoodwinked.
Right.
We're bamboozled and we don't even know it.
Absolutely. I hear you. You know, this is an excellent conversation and we could go on and on, but I wanted to